The moon is Earth's only natural satellite. It accompanies and influences us in many ways, even if we can't always perceive it. Most witches are extremely sensitive to the lunar cycles and can sense the effect that the moon and its phases have on them. This can be used to make better decisions and expect better results in turn. It has been proven that the phases of the moon have different effects and influences on the Earth and all living beings. The lunar phases can alter the ocean tides, the weather, our sleep patterns, our moods, and many other things, including rates of fertility. Throughout history, wise women and men were well aware of the power of the moon and its changing phases, and developed spells and rituals that adjust to take as much advantage of this energy as possible. The phases of the moon are 8, and we can group them into 4 basic stages: new moon, waxing moon, full moon, and waning moon. Let's see what the rest are and how they can affect your magic by learning the best spells to cast during each lunar phase. New moon. This is the first phase of the lunar cycle. It starts when the moon is invisible. This state lasts for 1 day and is also known as a dark moon because it rests between the sun and the earth. On the following days, the moon slowly begins to appear in the sky. The energy of the new moon is associated with introspection, self-analysis, and reflection on ourselves, an opportunity for a fresh start and a new you. What to do during the new moon? Instead of casting a spell in the new moon, use this time to establish a general intention for the lunar cycle that begins today. Work on your personal space, clean your ritual area, start or decorate your book of shadows, look up spells online, or take a cleansing bath. Meditate on your wishes and desires, but also on your doubts and fears. Plan and think about everything you want to conceive and achieve during the next 28 days. Waxing Crescent. This phase of the moon starts 3 days after the new moon, when you can begin to see a small portion of the moon in the dark sky. The crescent moon is the symbol and representation of the Wiccan goddess, embodying new beginning and possibilities before her. What to do during the waxing crescent moon? This is a good time for long-term or material gain spells, such as a money-drawing spell or a ritual for finding a new job. Cast a spell that will help you grow your business or your career. Focus on your work and your education. Avoid thinking of your goals as something that is in the future, but rather as something that is already starting to happen. You can also use this opportunity to recharge your moon water on the waxing crescent moon. First quarter. This phase begins around 7 days after the new moon. This is an excellent time to take action regarding your deepest wishes and to address your biggest blockages. It is a great time for growth and self-healing. As a continuation of the previous phase, the energies present at this time can help you feel more lucid and aware of how your intuition and second natures are developing. What to do during the first quarter moon? Use the energies of this phase to heal on both spiritual and emotional levels. As the moon is growing in shape, you can focus on self-growth. It's a time of abundance, so use it creatively. Allow the right things and people come to you and attract the important things that you wish to see more of. Carry out health and beauty treatments. Focus on personal growth such as increasing self-esteem and self-love, family and fertility, and work on developing your powers of manifestation. Waxing Gibbous. This is the 4th moon phase. It starts on the 10th day after the new moon and lasts until the 13th day after it. It is a time to be patient. Recognize the power of the universe and let it take control. Pause your actions and instead observe the state in which your projects are. Relax, analyze, and plan your next move. What to do during the waxing gibbous moon? Wait and develop patience. If you have started casting a spell during the previous moon phases, this is the time to sit tight and let the universe do its job. This is a gestation period in which we don't really have to do anything in particular. Use this time to get ready for the next phase, the full moon. Organize your tools. gather your materials, and add new pages to your book of spells. Full moon. It occurs 14 days after the new moon, and it's easy to identify because the night sky is suddenly glowing all around you. Look up, and you'll find a big pearl shining brightly as it reflects sunlight upon the earth. It represents the accumulation and success of everything you started during the waxing moon phase. Now everything is in its fullness. During this phase, people are more receptive and social relationships become more favourable. What to do during the full moon? The full moon favours communication and social interaction. This phase is very favourable to deal with romantic issues, as it can be a true aphrodisiac. If you have been working on a love spell, this is when you will see the best results. Act on your desires and take chances. As this moon enhances communication with the spiritual world, any kind of ritual that is performed under the full moon will experience a boost of power. Divination rituals are especially strengthened by this moon, like any personal spell work that could use a major boost, including rituals for abundance, protection, love, or wisdom. Your chances of success are greater than during any other lunar phase. Use the power of the full moon to cast any type of spell with confidence. Waning Gibbous. It starts on the 3rd day after the full moon until the 7th day afterwards. It brings an opportunity to remove and eliminate negative energies. Use this moon phase to free yourself from burdens that are holding you back. What to do during the waning gibbous moon? Banishing rituals and any spells to get rid of negative things and situations are favoured by this moon phase. For example, those related to divorce, separation, removal of problems, addictions, stress, and other negative feelings. Last quarter. This phase starts on the 7th day after the full moon and lasts until the 10th day afterwards. Let the energy of this moon quietly finish your removal processes and cleanses. Close any pending issues and quietly renew your inner energies. What to do during the last quarter moon? It is time to be cautious and use this lunar phase to rest. You can also use this opportunity to remove yourself from destructive relationships, negative behaviour patterns, or anything harmful in your life. Overcome melancholy and depression. Some witches use this moon phase to cast spells for justice or against enemies. Waning Crescent. This is the last phase of the moon cycle. It spans from the 10th day after the full moon until the night before the new moon. It's a moment of closure and reflection. Do not use it to make any big decisions or start a new project. What to do during the waning crescent moon? Give thanks for a cycle that ends, allowing a new one to begin. Look back to what you have accomplished during the past month, what mistakes you made, and how you can improve and keep growing. Perform rituals of gratitude and relaxation, which indicate conclusion. If you feel a special connection to the moon, then by following the moon phases and acting in consequence, it will be easier for you to connect with the rhythms of nature until it becomes part of the rhythm of your own life, harmonizing you with your environment. Just like the moon has a huge stabilizing effect on Earth's tilt, the key here is always to keep a healthy balance, knowing when to hold on to your powers and when to release them to the universe.